Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. So, question I have. Is your diagnosis accurate or just an opinion? So I'll get to that in a minute. Hope everybody's doing great. Fill my lungs, relax a little bit. Hope everybody had an amazing holiday, Christmas. New Year's is next weekend, Monday. So Sunday night is New Year's Eve. So, is your diagnosis accurate or just an opinion? Another word for opinion is label. Okay? And when I say, is your diagnosis accurate, is what you're being told the actual cause of the symptoms which you are dealing with? Or is it a medical opinion or label that they assign to people with symptoms like you? So this is really important to figure out, because if you are basing your belief about yourself and your body on a medical opinion, maybe not fact, but a medical opinion, which is nothing more than perhaps a medical label that is assigned to a certain set of symptoms, it could be giving you the perception that you're kind of messed up, you're broken, you've got some illness, disease, something going on, when in fact that may not be the root cause of your symptoms. So if you've been following me for any length of time, I've been a student of Dr. Sarno and many of the other mind-body TMS professionals out there, Dr. Schubner, Dr. Hanscom, Dr. Clark, many of these guys who are carrying on Dr. Sarno's work. Been studying this stuff for 25 years since I first found out about this thing that Dr. Sarno called TMS, tension myositis syndrome. He wrote about it in many of his books, Healing Back Pain, The Mind-Body Prescription. So I've been studying this stuff for a long time. What I've done is, in the past couple of years, I've really introduced the concept of perceived danger as the cause of symptoms. All right, and this falls in line with, pain science, medical knowledge and science. Pain is a warning, not necessarily evidence of physical damage. But it is evidence that the brain's perceiving something's going wrong. So, is the medical diagnosis or opinion you've gotten truly the cause of your symptoms? Or is it just an opinion or medical opinion or a medical label that may have nothing to do with why you're hurting, why you have sensations or symptoms that are less than pleasant, right? I like to look at what's going on under the umbrella of perceived danger. And for the most part, all of these symptoms are a perceived danger response. If the brain perceives danger, it's going to create some type of symptom. Often pain, often many other sensations, symptoms, ailments, dizziness, blurred vision, reflux, gastrointestinal challenges, numbness, tingling, weakness, you name it, right? But is the diagnosis you've been told and the doctor blaming that thing truly the facts, or is it an opinion that says, yeah, it looks like it? So, in the realm of pain, doctors may find an abnormality on the x-ray or, MRI. And their opinion is, well, look, you've got a bulging disc, and that's roughly the area where you're hurting. So, my opinion is that that's the cause of your pain. And as a result, we've got injections, we've got surgeries, we've got chiropractic, physical therapy, massage, all sorts of treatments. What's funny is the treatment you get depends on the practitioner you go to. You can present the same exact symptom to a physical therapist, an acupuncturist, a chiropractor, an orthopedist, a surgeon, and you'll get a whole bunch of different recommended treatments. Well, how is it possible the same symptom can have 5 different treatments or more, depending upon who you go see? It's because they administer treatments based on how they were taught and what specialty they're taught in. So, of course, a pain doctor is going to give you things that pain doctors give you. Injections, pain pills, right? The key, though, is we really want to figure out what's truly going on underneath the surface. Not just this, we see something on the image and therefore that's what you've got. Because if that's the case, then most of us should have chronic pain, because no MRIs are actually normal. If you do MRIs on 100 people my age with no pain at all, you will find abnormalities on a big percentage, likely 2/3 of them, but no pain. So how is it that the doctors can tell you you have this bulge, herniation, something going on your imaging study, and that's the cause, when in fact 2/3 of the people with no pain probably have the same exact imaging study? It's just one example of a normal abnormality, and the diagnosis being an opinion, an incorrect opinion, and the fact is something else. So, one of the rules of thumb, which I learned from Dr. Howard Schubner, in my mind, one of the leading medical TMS practitioners, mind-body practitioners, his rule of thumb is, let's rule out the serious stuff, potentially life-threatening stuff, cardiac events, strokes, heart attacks, breathing issues, cancers, tumors, fractures, infections. Once we've ruled out the biggies, we'll call those the biggies for a nice, real scientific term. But once we've ruled out the biggies, then it's time to say, all right, lots of the opinions that fall underneath that might not have anything to do with what's really going on. And then we start to rule in the mind-body aspect. And there are 2 assessments, which I've got available on my website. You can find them at isthispdp.com. isthispdp.com. It'll hit you to a getting started page. There's 2 assessments. There's a pain test. If you don't have pain, substitute your symptom for the word pain in the test. And then there's an FIT assessment. Go through it. Make a note as to how many of those questions you answer yes to. That's how you find out the real cause of your symptoms. Because if it says TMS or perceived danger pain, then the medical opinion, the diagnosis, is not the root cause of your symptoms. It's just an opinion based on a set of symptoms. It may be an opinion based on an MRI or X-ray that many people have those same imaging study results, but no symptoms. So once we have the biggies, the potentially life-threatening stuff ruled out, and then we've ruled in this mind-body syndrome, this TMS, this perceived danger set of symptoms. Once we've ruled that in, we now know the root cause. Perceived danger is the root cause. We can disregard the medical opinion or label. It's not fact. It's just a diagnosis. And unfortunately, there are many, many things that are misdiagnosed. It's just the name of the game. And in the pain world, so much of what we are told is causing the pain is incorrect. Look, if you have an acute injury, a fall, you break a bone, yeah, the pain is pretty easy to figure out. Yeah, you broke your arm. That's why it hurts. But in most cases of breaks or true injuries, the pain only lasts for a short while, a few weeks, and it's only considered injured for a couple of months, 2-3 months. Pain goes away mostly in the beginning, but you're fully healed in 6, 8, 10 weeks for the most part. And these are some of the more extreme breaks. You can break your femur, largest bone in your body, in your thigh, and you'll be fully healed in 6 to 8 weeks, right? And the pain only lasts the first few weeks, as long as it's immobilized properly. So, is your diagnosis the real cause of pain, or just an opinion or label? Give it some thought. Do the assessments. And I was telling one of my group coaching members today, it doesn't matter how well you're giving yourself messages of safety, if you haven't figured out that your symptoms are created by your brain versus your body, if you haven't figured that out and accepted the analysis of these assessments as the cause of your symptoms and pain, it's going to be really hard for your messages of safety to sink through, because you're rejecting and still saying, well, I might have a physical problem. You got to get this foundational stuff down first. What causes symptoms? Perceived danger. Does it apply to me? Most likely yes, but do the assessments. Find out, is this pdp.com? I know I keep on, reiterating some of these same points over and over again, but it's because they're so critically important. A brain that has doubt as to the cause of the symptoms is not going to turn off the symptoms. Sorry to say. Well, I mostly believe it, but I'm a little bit uncertain. Okay. Believe it enough to put this stuff into play. Let the results convince you the rest of the way. So, love you guys and gals. I appreciate you all. And as always, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.